the big picture within Europe, I think still tremendous increasing in capital to be invested in real estate, generally speaking. I've heard the last 6 months the story, okay, then now let's go more in value add. Just a one reasonable question or answer on that. Do you have own asset management capacities on board? What's the story about that? Full stop. Ask the question and then you get the much more better gut feeling. What's the strategy behind let's go much more in value add? From an analytical standpoint, for sure, I see a huge expectation for the next 25 months into something called value add, because this is the only, beside the opportunistic equity investors game, to increase value / money on that. So this is the only thing where you really can make money. It's not collecting money and looking for a 3.8 core here, 100 meters around. This is not the business where you can increase money. From the sector, I think it's massively driven by residential expectations, European-wide. Residential, not in our standing and not based on the statistics right now, but I see it much more as called mixed-use things, which is not an asset class in itself within Europe, or maybe a little bit US and then some Asia. So this is again a combination where you can't say it's now we over-allocate logistic in Romania versus residential apartments in London. It's much more a situation, a shift from how to earn money, and this is for sure beside all the core things or prime things, depending on the question, which means value add, and the story how to create things, maybe by mixed-use things, where the core, and this is a residential topic on that. The rest of the thing, beside of one thing, and sorry I missed the presentation from Stephanie, but I was 15 minutes, I see the big advertise near the stadium, Vent Privé. And I have my doubts, to be honest, when a lot of investors try to allocate in these days and also next year too much money into retail business on that. I wouldn't quote the thing on e-commerce, blah, 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 you know that. But I have my doubt, I don't see the story behind an investing of most of these formats we see in these days. There is no 5, there are 3, the maximum 1.5 year at least, and this sounds a little bit more risky compared to the money inflow a lot of people expected on the one hand, so it doesn't fit in my little world, to be honest. But again, for sure, I see much more logistic as a synonym for retail. If you buy a retail activity, then you have to ask the question, do you have your own logistic network in your back? And this is, again, a reasonable thing. So again, next 5-7 months, I see the sun's absolutely shining, and I see more money coming into property in itself, and hopefully then I hear some strange stories. Then it's a sign, an indicator that the market comes to a turning point, which I don't think so.